Hello, good morning and afternoon to everyone here. We're getting a bunch of you attendees to roll in here. We're just about to the top of the hour, noon Central Time, or 10 a.m. Pacific, or 1 p.m. Eastern. I'm Brian Rohde with ARI Network Services. I have with me Tony Zane and Alex Hoffman as well. We'll do some introductions here in a bit, but I'm just going to give it a couple more minutes for everything to load up and everyone to queue in, and then we'll get started. So hang with me 2 to 3 more minutes. I'm just going to mute myself quick. Okay, Brian Rohde back here with ARI Network Services. We've had a couple other people just roll on in our attendee section. I can see. Feel free as an attendee to type in any questions. We're going to save questions till the end, but we will, attempt to get to every single one of them. And we'll go from there. I don't anticipate this taking more than about 20 to 25 minutes here. We've got about 20 slides. Very simple, up to, down to earth information. And again, our theme with this second in a series of 3 webinars that ARI is partnering with the EDA Equipment Dealers Association, being New Year, New Look, Revamp Your Website. So with that, I'm going to throw it on over to Alex Hoffman. She's going to, do a little bit of an intro here. I think you're all familiar with her. She's the Director of Communications Marketing at the EDA.
Hey guys, thank you, Brian. Happy Tuesday. Oh, it's not Tuesday today. Today is Wednesday. Oh my goodness. Thank you, God. Is it time to go home yet? Thank you for joining us today. We appreciate you being here. I am so excited to be here with Brian and Tony. ARI is a partner with EDA. They're our preferred website partner. So we're thrilled to be able to bring you information from them. ARI is the leading website and digital technology provider for business owners in the outdoor power equipment industry. They have been for over 20 years. They were built exclusively for OPE dealers, and the ARI dealer websites generate more traffic, leads, and sales than any other website solution on the market. Since 1981, ARI has been the leader in e-catalogs, providing access to the unmatched library of more than 10 million SKUs at your parts counter on your website, or however you need it. Brian and I are really familiar. We've worked together for a while. He's been super helpful in getting this partnership with EDA up and running, super helpful for all of our members. So I'm excited for him to be here with Tony today to share this information with you guys. Before we jump in, just a couple of housekeeping items. As Brian mentioned, ask questions today. Brian and Tony are here to give you all the information you need. So type in your question, we'll get them at the end, and then you'll also receive a copy of this recording afterwards. It'll also go up on the EDA website, the members only section. where the rest of our webinars are archived. So everyone, thank you for being here. We appreciate it. I will hand it over to Brian and Tony.
Perfect. Yes, thanks a lot, Alex. Yeah, we're really excited about this second in a series of 3 webinars, like I mentioned earlier. The first one got such a strong response, generated some fantastic questions, feedback, and communication between our team and yourselves. And Tony Zane, he is our sales manager as well. He'll have a couple things to say towards the end, of course, but he manages our team out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, that maintains contact with all of our dealers across the U.S., current and prospective, and he does a great job of it as well. All right, a little bit of an outline as far as what we're going to cover today. We're going to review the specific partnership specifics between the EDA and ourselves at ARI. We're going to speak to the marketing to modern customers, review the digital path to purchase. A couple of these things we covered on the last webinar, but they're so important. We want to make sure that we really make sure that they're messaged again, right? Why ARI, a little bit of a review about ourselves, what we do, how long we've been around, why we do it, how we do it as well. We're going to speak to our website solutions, speak to our digital marketing offering. We've got a couple really fantastic newer services called Dealer Pick 360, Chat Bridge, and then of course with the ever increasing presence that e-commerce has in our industry, in our small engine and equipment industry, we really need to have a little bit of a discussion around that as well. We'll do a little bit of a recap. We're going to go over the partnership benefits once more, and then we'll get into Q&A. And again, feel free to submit questions at the end or during, and Tony and I will be going through those. And before I get started, and I'll say this again at the end, thank you very much, Alex and EDA, for your support with us and allowing us this platform with your dealers, of course, and your members. So with that, we'll get this going. So the partnership with the EDA, like Alex said, is positioning ARI as the preferred internet website provider. There are thousands of dealers like you all on this webinar today that have and are currently using our solutions, from websites to parts lookup to digital marketing services. So we're very, very proud of this partnership. And with the partnership, there is a way for you all who are not currently set up with a website specifically, that we've put together a little bit of a discount. We've taken half off of setup fees and 10% off the first 12 months of service. For those of you that don't have a website, or your website hasn't been taken care of currently by ARI, if you want to make a switch on over to us, we're trying to make it as easy as possible, and we're really appreciative of this partnership again. A little bit about us here at ARI Network Services. We've been around for just about 40 years, offering award-winning suite of website software tools, marketing services, 25 years of experience working with dealers like yourselves, manufacturers, distributors, associations like the EDA as well. We conduct a ton of industry research. We make sure that we speak to those different industry specifics, like the different seasonality and so on and so forth, so that, again, you all have businesses to run. We want to make sure that we're supporting them as best that we can. We're going to speak to a little bit of the expansion of online shopping, right? Since the pandemic began last year in March, we've seen about 2 decades worth of e-commerce growth in 9 months. I don't think anyone would disagree with that statistic. With shelter in place and businesses being forced to close and so on and so forth, the consumer still is looking to get those goods and those services taken care of, and they're going online more than they ever have, and they're adjusting their purchase habits to not just research online and buy offline, but they're purchasing more online than they ever have as a result of what's been happening in the world. the shift in shopping behavior as far as 88% of consumers spending most or all of their buying cycle online, right? And that goes to not just doing the research on the type of product or the type of service that you're looking for, but also locking yourself into that purchase as a consumer. Consumers are visiting more websites than ever before making a purchase decision. It's easy to go to Google and open, one website in one tab, or hit the back button and find another one and do some comparing and contrasting for the different local businesses as a consumer that offer similar products, similar brands, or similar services, and doing a little bit of comparing and contrasting, whether it's by price, by features, by benefits, by services, by availabilities, whatever it might be, maybe even proximity. Prospects expect multiple communication channels and rapid response time from the dealership. So making sure that that your consumers don't have to call you, that they're also able to have a very similar to same experience online in understanding the brands that you offer, the products that you offer, the services that you offer. It's up to you if you want to show price. Everyone's different, but ensuring that 24/7, 365, you can represent your business online as best as possible. We have every single tool available for you to get that done and accomplish that. So what's the new path to purchase look like? We reviewed this last time. I think there's a couple of you that attended the first webinar that I noticed and can recognize in here. So this might be regurgitation, but I think this is something that really, really rings true. And honestly, you really need to pay attention to this. So everything with the consumer starts with a search, right? And 87% of consumers online visit and research through websites before they go into the store. Like we were talking about, research online, buy offline. And of those people researching, most of them are browsing on their handheld devices, right? And that's at 58%. The other half are from desktop. And again, that's been a trend that's been happening for well over the last decades, and smartphones have done a better job with apps, with different, browsing features and so on and so forth. Other areas where the consumer research is online would be review websites like Consumer Reports when it comes to products, or Yelp when it comes to understanding what prior consumers have said about the businesses that they're in touch with. And then on top of that, social media, of course, Facebook, Twitter, maybe even Instagram, depending upon the business, eBay, Craigslist, YouTube videos. So many consumers, I think in this industry as well, look up YouTube videos to, see what it takes to service their equipment maybe, and figure out that it's not that easy. It's not that, they want to get it done or can get it done. So they got to find, a location to help them out with it, like you all. When consumers visit a retailer's website, what are they looking for? They're looking for pricing. They're looking for details about store hours. If the item they're looking for is in stock, location information, and maybe even inventory, like, okay, what type of used items can I maybe get a deal on versus purchasing new, right? Furthermore, 56% of customers would purchase from a 360-degree walk around. 85% of chatters are more likely to convert into customers. 360-degree walk around and chat online are going to be those two features I mentioned before that we've got a few slides coming up that we'll educate you more on. But the interaction online with the chat feature, as well as providing a 360-degree walk around, really, really helps the consumer to make that purchase decision as quickly as possible. And like we said before, the increase of e-commerce sales year over year. Normally we see about 2%, maybe 1% growth year over year in e-commerce sales for this industry. And from 2019 to 2020, we saw a growth of 20% year over year. And that's not just this industry, that's many other industries as well, but this one has been affected greatly by it. And again, 2% normally at the very most, 20% year over year, that's about a decade's worth of growth.
Yeah, when you look at what the pandemic's done, is it's forced a lot of the folks that had not adapted to shopping online to doing so. So that is really why we're seeing the trend as large as it is.
Exactly. Yeah. Thanks, Tony. That's Tony Zane, our sales manager, jumping in there with that point. Perfect. Right. And then post-purchase, 85% say they'd be more likely to shop in places that offer personalized coupons, exclusive offers in store. We have all those different ways and resources to help you get that done for your website with us. Boosting your website with powerful tools to engage online shoppers, right? So what Tony and his team do each and every day with dealers like yourself that are on this call, that either don't have a website or have a website, but it's something that you've had for a long time, maybe through a family member, maybe it's just something you set up years ago and you don't pay too much attention to. What we do is we diagnose your online health. We take a look at how you're able to be found in your local area, what other competing websites and businesses there are, how prominent, like it says on the slide here, is your online presence through online reviews, social media, search engine optimization, which we'll talk more to in upcoming slides. But the biggest thing is we want to make sure that you fully understand through an online health diagnostic that they're able to run where the errors are, where some areas are that we can clean up, and how having a website is really going to affect not just how consumers that get to your website interact with your business, but also how they can find your business, maybe when they're really not necessarily looking for you. And I'll get back to that more in a couple slides. ARI's leads bring buyers, not just borrowers, right? We really preach a term called conversions, really ensuring that all the practices and all of our efforts lead us to one kind of down the funnel objective in allowing consumers to interact with your business in a whole multitude of ways, right? Getting them from realizing they need a product, they need a service, they want to look at it on a per brand basis, or maybe just purely by location of where you're located. We need them to find you. And when they get to your website, in as less clicks as possible, we need to make sure that they're able to communicate with you 24/7, 365 to look to do business with you that way. We call that a conversion. When a consumer actually submits their information, their name, phone number, and email address, that they're interested in a certain product or a certain service, and then that way you can reach back to them as well, right? Getting found online faster. I mean, when it comes to search engine optimization or SEO, search engine marketing or SEM, targeted digital advertising or TDA. Obviously, we love acronyms here, but as far as search engine optimization is concerned, this has to do with everything that's happening on your website. Organic search is a major part of the journey your SEO strategy grows your business needs. So making sure that your website has all the relevant keywords for your brands that you offer, the services that you offer, the types of parts and equipment and whole goods that you're selling and marketing, right? Search engine marketing has to do with more paid advertising featuring your brand and your business at the top of search engine results and optimizing ads for mobile devices. Targeted digital advertising, or TDA, at the bottom here, talks about targeting your ads to online shoppers based on their browsing activity, right? There's a lot that goes into that. This is, these pieces are not a fit for every single customer of ours, but if you ever want to inject a steroid essentially into your business where you're very happy with your website, but you want to get more and more traffic on over to it, which should be everyone's goal, right? We've got different pieces to the puzzle that will help positively impact and grow that traffic, right? So furthermore, we really, like I said before, we really want to, the top term I think should resonate with everybody on this call, SEO, search engine optimization. We want to make sure that when the consumer is looking for your business, they can find you as easily as possible. But when they're just looking for a brand or a service or a product that you offer, but they're not sure where to look for it, take, for example, I live in Duluth, Minnesota. If someone's looking for Brian's outdoor power equipment in Duluth, Minnesota, they're going to find me no matter what. But if they're looking for a lawnmower, or in this case, we're getting 6 inches of snow tomorrow. If they're looking for a snowblower in Duluth, Minnesota, you want to be found when they know what product they need, they're located near you, and they're going online to Google. You want to make sure you come up and pop up and are found in that search result as prominently as possible. And ensuring that your website is following all the best practices is the best first step in making sure that that happens. And our team is really good at helping you understand what needs to happen from your end to enable us to do our jobs from our end. Mobile-friendly search. Of course, we saw that 58% of all searches start from a mobile device. We really need to make sure that the website is responsive. What does responsive mean? If you take a look at the two images off to the right-hand side, it means that you're going to see the same information but presented in different, more easy to digest formats more effectively, whether you're on a handheld device or your desktop, right? And it's going to scale really, really nice, and you're not going to have to go to your phone and it's zoom in and zoom out. It's not all that effective for the experience. Plus, you get penalized by Google. Our websites are completely responsive. And you don't have to have any doubt that you're going to lose any type of consumers that interact with your sites that way. Plus, you'll be found better. And our approach is building an experience built for the consumer. I mean, I've said consumer probably about a dozen times already. And what we want to do is allow for you to make the best first impression for your brand, for your business, and what you offer. Geotagging every piece of inventory for optimal search results. Above the scroll, consumer-friendly call to action buttons allowing for quick and easy access to inventory and services. I really like that bullet point there, because ultimately when someone lands on your website, or if you think about like your own browsing behaviors, when you land on a website right away, how often, if you can't find what you're looking for, how often do you scroll all the way to the bottom and all the way up and down to try and find what you're looking for? Consumer behavior, as studies suggest, we don't scroll down as much as we often maybe should or could, right? And so that makes it even more important to make sure that you're promoting all of the different services and all the different items before the consumer scrolls down, or giving them links to click on before they scroll down. There's a lot of best practices that we're able to really hold your hand with. And then of course, we've got very secure online e-commerce with user-friendly checkouts for parts and accessories, and we design the website to be the online destination for your consumers. Part of those other solutions built for yourselves as dealers is to protect you with the Americans for Disabilities Act, website compliance, as it says right here. So what the ADA accessibility plugin allows for us to do is, for anyone who is legally blind or legally deaf, we give them tools to interact with your website. And back in late 2019, there was some different Supreme Court rulings that really affected the website industry in a major way. We responded very, very quickly for that with all of our current customers to allow them and anyone who wants to do business with them online to be able to do so, right? Whether they're legally deaf, legally blind, and so on and so forth. So we can get more into detail on that. I don't want to spend too much time on that, but if that's something where we're protecting your business from any further litigation, and we're helping you do business with anyone out there, of course, regardless of disability. We preload manufacturer data, vehicle specs, images, parts lookup, factory promotions, and banners. I think we've got well over 7 figures worth of whole goods equipment models and submodels and so on and so forth, and even more OEM parts lookup. And that's so key for us as a leader in this industry to continue that with the manufacturers. So manufacturers are better than others to work with, but at the end of the day, we do have a team in place that ensures that all that data is as up to date as possible. And if you ever let us know as a dealer yourselves that there's a piece of equipment that we need to have at our platform that you want to promote, we don't have it as of yet, we'll take it with open arms. User and mobile friendly editor, we give you back-end access. We'll give you the keys to the car. You can make changes to your website if you'd like, or you really don't have to, and we can make those changes for you. We're fully integrated with many major dealer management systems. If you're curious if your system integrates with us, feel free, ask a question, let us know, and we'll let you know if it is. And then of course, secure online e-commerce with user-friendly checkout. Here's a little bit of that back-end dealer admin quick reporting, right? Very easy to use, dynamic lead history, year over year, month over month trends. Take a look at your unique visitors. Take a look at which pages or devices it's being accessed to or from. And then obviously seeing where your customers are coming from, where they're going, so on and so forth. What I like to say is our approach has always been very customer service centric, right? And I used to do this job of being a marketing consultant to help dealers of ours ensure that not only helping them to make changes and update their website at least every 90 days. So if you're a customer of ours, you're going to hear from us every 3 months or every 90 days. And by all means, you can call us and contact us and reach out every week, every month, and we can set up more frequent calls with you as well. But at the very least, if we haven't heard from you, we're going to contact you every 90 days because of all the different changes we can employ to the website to ensure that you're best reflecting based on the changing seasons that we all have across the US to make sure that your website takes those changes into consideration and promotes certain services at certain times of the year, certain brands, certain models during the year, and so on and so forth, right? Furthermore, we also like to go and review every 90 days what you're getting from your website. So it's easy for me sitting here in Duluth, Minnesota to go, okay, Mr. Dealer, your website has these types of strengths and you're doing really good. You're getting a ton of traffic for this term. You're getting a ton of site visits for this term, maybe this brand, right? Could be for, servicing, could be for lawnmower, could be for snowblower, but I don't know which strengths make sense and which weaknesses, what you're not being found for, what you're not getting as much traffic for, what weaknesses don't make sense, right? So we want to take those weaknesses and in our consultative services, better understand them, agree upon, a go forward approach and goals with you and ensure that we turn those weaknesses more into strengths. And there's a whole multitude of ways that we can help modify the website in order to accomplish that. And this also gets into the easy to use admin panel. Site editing, you can add videos, single click third-party listings, inventory managers, so on and so forth. Our team can help walk you through all those different pieces if you're interested in any of those, of course, and also make you aware of them, of course, too. And I kind of already jumped the gun on this one, but ongoing customer support and training, right? Dedicated customer success representative, proactive support. Again, we're going to reach out to you if we haven't heard from you. Very few website companies do that in this and any other industry, right? They do more of like a ticketed, reactive approach where you have to submit a ticket and it's first in, first out, and it's just it takes way too much time to hear back at times. So again, we like to really I like to brag about our proactive support. I'll just be honest. So, and then we also have different live and recorded trainings available and a support team for inbound support if you can't get a hold of your customer success rep for any reason. Lead boosting services. So the first is the award-winning inventory app. Some of you, if you were on the last webinar that we did here with, in conjunction with EDA a month ago, you might remember this, but essentially the inventory app, if you're a customer of ours, you can download it from either the Apple or the Android stores for free, log in, upload the inventory, like take a picture of it. If there's a used lawnmower, used snowblower in stock, you can take a picture of it, a few pictures, upload them, type in, the different, pricing or, product details and so on and so forth, and really, post it to your website the same day. Very simple, very easy. Many of our customers see a lot of conversions on just making sure that they're showing the inventory, whether it's new or used, because consumers like to, more than ever, like we talked about, have that experience that they would get in store, but online instead. And speaking of having an experience in store instead of online instead of the store, we've got a very new 360-degree image offering, right? A little bit of a walk around where you can allow your customers for like a zero-turn riding lawnmower to rotate and spin the image and see it from the front, the sides, the back, so on and so forth. Very, very simple. 56% of shoppers would purchase from a 360-degree product walk around, and 80% of them think that those images reflect well in the dealer's reputation, right? Many big box, outfits and locations across the US do not have this capability. So upgrading your digital showroom, here's a little bit of an example with a motorcycle, but essentially it features a 360-degree spin of the featured unit. Guided photography process makes shooting the footage very simple, right? And honestly, it's very tough to kind of understand the simplicity of this. So if you have questions or if you'd like Tony and his team to run through a little bit of a demo, we can absolutely go through that with you, of course. And here's a little bit of a video. I'm going to click start for the video and we can just watch a little bit of it. It's a quick video that will show how it looks. It's kind of 3D. Very nice from the consumer standpoint right here, to be able to not just see a static 2D image, but to actually do a 360-degree walk. Think of the type of products you would really like to, include with this as well. And we've got some really fantastic testimonials in the short time that we've rolled this out to our customers, right? Easy to download, user-friendly, inventory seems to sell faster with the walk-arounds, et cetera, right? Rapid response time is crucial. So we were going to talk about the chat, right? Allowing live chat through your website. So 90% of dealership customers consider rapid response time a must-have for quality for dealers, right? So communicate with customers in real time through our live chat. And we see that more than 30% of customers expect live chat on your website, according to Forrester. And that number is increasing, right? Most websites that I interact with today do have live chat for questions, for comments, for support issues or whatnot, right? And 79% of dealership customers prefer live chat and are 85% more likely, like we said before, to convert into customers after chatting online. Again, the in-store experience brought digital. Only 9% of companies use live chat, according to SuperOffice. And so to rise above the competition by offering your prospects a superior customer service experience, I completely agree with that. Set yourself apart, right? We said before, many consumers are looking at different businesses at the same time in the same windows, and they're making different decisions based on different ways that they can do the research on your website. We're looking to enable you with as many tools to effectively do that as possible. Here's a little bit more of an example of what it looks like, how to manage it from your side, prearrange chats with customers and send manual invites, communicate via computer, text, or email 24/7, and easily transfer the chats between agents within your dealership. So there's a lot of different ways to manage this based on how you already run your operations. So it's not one size fits all by any means. And again, a couple testimonials here. I don't want to take a couple minutes to read through all these, but we do have some dealers that absolutely positively vouch for the service and the impact it's made on their business. Do your shoppers have the resources to complete the buying cycle online? And so buying online, picking up in store in 2021, 90% of retailers plan to implement buy online, pick up in store. Again, another acronym, BOPIS, retail touchpoints, right? So essentially the growth of being able to purchase online, picking up in store is going to go up even more here as we're entering and are into 2021. In e-commerce, increasing selling opportunities. We spoke about this last time. We'll talk about it again here. We have a full integration with our platform to streamline inventory management, listings, units, making it very, very simple and making it very easy with the likes of Amazon, Walmart, eBay. Very easy to manage custom catalogs to show the latest available inventory, fully equipped platform offering customers a complete buying experience, mobile optimization, and then microfiche parts microfiche lookup feature permits users to quickly browse and submit orders for parts. So a little bit of a recap. I'll just take a breath. That's a lot of information. I know that you're probably going to have questions. I hope it's not too much, but we, again, we're very excited about our exclusive partnership, and there is savings with the EDA. If you don't have a website with ARI already, you do qualify to save half on your upfront fees and 10% on your first 12 months, a savings of well over $1,000 just to get started. And all these other bullet points: industry-inspired websites, full suite of digital marketing services, live chat and text, 360-degree photos for impressive online showroom displays, streamlining inventory listings and e-commerce solutions, and of course, the partnership benefits. With that, I'll bring it to the Q&A session right now.
Fantastic job, Brian. I'm not seeing any questions here, but one of the questions that I typically get is, how long does it take to get set up with a website?
Yep.
That's a common one. And the fast answer to it is, how quickly do you want it set up? The typical process is we set up a design appointment pretty much the same week. From that design appointment, we will get a site built, put a proof together. We allow 7 to 10 days for that, and then we set up a review of that proof. And if everything looks good, you're ready to go live. So I would typically say that it's safe to say that 4 to 6 weeks you can have a brand new website up and running. But it really is hinged on your response time. And if you want it done quicker than that, we can accommodate. We've gotten websites done in as quickly as 2 to 3 weeks. So really, it's solely up to your responsiveness to get it done as quickly as possible.
Perfect.
Another one that's hitting me here, Brian, as we're sitting here is the obvious one. Well, how much does it cost? And that's obviously a concern of dealers. I came from a dealership north of Milwaukee. I understand that concern very well, especially as we go through the slower months. What is this going to cost me monthly? And the fast answer is this isn't going to cost thousands of dollars. We really make it pretty simple. We have a baseline package for the dealer website with the mobile app, and we include all of your equipment catalogs, all your brochures, specs, features, finance promos, everything in that. Starts at $299. If you want to add e-com to that, and it's an extra $100. We've got a lot of different bolt-on items. We can tailor the website to best fit your needs. I think when we start talking price, I always liken it with my background to quoting somebody a repair over the phone. I'd never do it. I want to put my hands on the machine. I want to know what I'm looking at before I say, oh yeah, it's going to cost $300. I want to know I want to do the analysis. I want to do a very good in-depth, thorough research of what your current online presence looks like. And then we go from there, and we'll build you the package that best suits you. And that's so.
We've got, we have Moss raising their hand right now. I'm not sure how to answer that in this format, unless we can see the question typed out here, just because we have a number of attendees, or if unable to type in the question, Moss, Tony and his team will absolutely follow up with it.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you look at that, if you look at the questions box and you expand that, you should be able to type in a question there.
Yeah. We'll give it a couple more seconds, see if any questions roll in. But as always, we really do appreciate the attendance and the attentiveness of everybody here. And thank you all for your time. I think we're pretty clear at this point. Oh,
Here we go.
here's the question. Tony, where do they go to get more information about our website?
Well, what you could do is you can contact us at the number you see on the screen right now, but the best way is to reach out to me, and I'll put you in contact with the best individual to answer your questions. We have
Essentially, that would be at sales@arinet.com, right?
right, sales@arinet.com. Shoot me an email, and I'll get to you right away. That phone number will lead directly to me eventually as well. You'll get it.
Awesome.
So
Thanks, Moss. Well, Tony, with that, I think we can toss it back on over to Alex to do a little bit of a wrap up here.
sure, sounds good.
Awesome.
I appreciate everybody attending today.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Brian. We really appreciate you sharing your time and information with our members today. For those of you on the call for specific questions, please contact Tony, the email and phone number on the screen. If you have questions for me about EDA membership, our relationship with ARI, you can contact our office at info@equipmentdealer.org or 636-349-5000. That contact information is also available on our website, equipmentdealer.org. Keep your eyes open for information on our third and final webinar with ARI. It's coming in February. And again, thank you for being with us today. Look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.
Have a good
Thank
one,
you,
everyone.
everyone.
Thanks, Alex.